The First Punic War was fought between Rome and Carthage from 264 to 241 BC. It was the first of three wars fought between these two powers and was one of the longest and most destructive conflicts of the ancient world. The war began as a result of territorial disputes between Rome and Carthage in Sicily. Rome had recently expanded its territory in Italy and was looking to expand further, while Carthage had established itself as a major power in the western Mediterranean, with a strong presence in Sicily. The two powers soon found themselves in competition for control of the island, which ultimately led to open conflict. The war was fought primarily in Sicily, but also saw fighting in North Africa and on the islands of Sardinia and Corsica. The Roman navy was initially outmatched by the Carthaginians, but they quickly began to develop new tactics and technologies to improve their naval capabilities. One of the most famous episodes of the war was the Roman invasion of Africa led by Consul Regulus in 256 BC. This campaign was initially successful, but ultimately ended in disaster for the Romans. Another major turning point in the war was the Battle of Ecnomus in 256 BC, where the Roman navy, under the command of Consul Marcus Atilius Regulus, defeated a larger Carthaginian fleet. This was a major victory for Rome and gave them control of the seas for the first time in the war. Despite several Roman victories, the war was long and difficult for both sides. Both Rome and Carthage suffered heavy losses and neither was able to gain a decisive advantage. Finally, in 241 BC, the two sides came to a peace treaty, known as the Treaty of Lutatius. Under the terms of the treaty, Carthage was forced to cede control of Sicily to Rome and pay a large indemnity. The First Punic War was a significant conflict in the ancient world, with far-reaching consequences for both Rome and Carthage. It was the first major test of Rome's military strength and marked the beginning of its emergence as a dominant power in the Mediterranean. The war also had a significant impact on the development of Roman tactics and technology, particularly in the area of naval warfare. The defeat of Carthage in the First Punic War also had long-term effects on the balance of power in the western Mediterranean and set the stage for the eventual decline of Carthaginian power. The war had a lasting impact on both Rome and Carthage, and it is considered the beginning of Rome's emergence as a dominant power in the Mediterranean. It also marked the end of Carthage as a dominant naval power, and set the stage for the eventual decline of Carthaginian power. The war also had a significant impact on the development of Roman tactics and technology, particularly in the area of naval warfare.